Hello, my friends. She is back in the United States. I had such a blast last month living in Spain, really experiencing a different culture and a different way of life. I know I said that I would be posting kind of the same daily videos and classes, and it just didn't end up working out the way I had imagined. So first of all, I want to just thank you for your continued support throughout this past month as our routine here on Yoga with Paige changed and did not kind of follow what I set through to do. So I really appreciate you still being here. And now we're ready to rock this month out. Some new daily videos and classes. Don't you worry. We're back, baby. We're back in business. So today I wanted to make this a little two-part video. So we are going to go over last month's intentions, set a few new ones for this upcoming month, December. And I wanted to talk a little bit at the end about some lessons that I learned while living on the other side of the globe. So I will definitely put in chapters here so you can skip around if you want, and we can dive into November intentions. One of my intentions for last month was to keep up some semblance of a routine as we were traveling, and this one was kind of a half and half. So I did keep up the tidying up routine almost every morning. That was a thing that really kind of helped ground me, especially when we were there at first and I was kind of like, this is so different. It really helped just establish some familiarity. So that one was good. We did eat kind of half and half healthy, and then there's a lot of bread and things in Europe, so we did eat a little bit differently, and now I'm really excited to now really come back to my healthy eating. So we didn't go too nuts. We weren't, I was kind of, sometimes when I go on vacation, I'm like, oh, no, I'll go nuts because I'm on vacation. But it really did feel like we were living there. So that one was kind of a half and half, not too bad. Another intention was to, of course, learn more Spanish and make a little short video in Spanish. This one was another half and half. The first part, I definitely did. There were days where we didn't speak English for almost 7 hours. We were practicing, we were out talking to different people in Spanish only every day. The town that we were in is a little bit south of Barcelona, so not many people spoke English. We were really forced to get outside of at least my comfort zone in talking to strangers, making conversation. So I learned a lot of Spanish, but I did not end up making a small short video in Spanish. A few different reasons. We ended up taking about 2 days to travel to Portugal to see another country, give our Spanish minds a little break. And we both ended up getting sick on this trip at different times. And being sick in your own home is no fun. So it was a little challenging to care for each other and figure out how to help each other when we were sick in a different country. And then the time just flew by and we were already gone. So I do apologize for that. If you're interested in doing a little short 5-minute video in Spanish, I can try and speak my Spanish. Let me know. I can still definitely go ahead and do that. Of course, it just won't be actually in Spain. This next intention that I had was to put the phone down more, and I definitely rocked this one out. 10 out of 10. I succeeded in this one. I really was not even going on social media. It was another nice little change of pace. We were so focused on waking up, getting out, talking to people, practicing. We walked everywhere, so it's not like when you go out to eat, it's a 5-minute drive down the road. You're walking 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back. Doing that a few times a day really just takes up your day. So I did put the phone down a lot. We don't even actually have a lot of pictures and videos. My mom, halfway through the trip, she was like, oh, send me some pictures. And I was like, I don't really have much to send you. So I was really, really living in the present moment and just enjoying being present. which brings me to my next intention of being present and assimilating, kind of enjoying, really truly experiencing the Spanish culture. So I definitely did slow down a little bit. A lot of places don't even have breakfast until like 10 a.m., which is wild for us. Definitely a different change in our routines, and helped me slow down. It helped me realize how different it is here in the States, the hustle and bustle and the slower pace, the more relaxed pace of Spain. We became really, really good friends with our Airbnb host, and we met up with them and had tapas and played dominoes with them a few times. And all of these gatherings last like 4 to 5 hours. So everyone just really takes their time and is so nice and just wants to talk. They love to talk. So it was really, really good. Good practice of my Spanish, good practice of slowing down and being there with the people and getting to know other cultures. So that's a little recap of my November intentions. And now I'm going to tell you about a few things that I want to do or keep doing, keep trying to succeed in for this upcoming month. So one of my intentions for December is to get up at a certain time. I'm going to pick a time, probably about 6 in the morning, and wake up at that time every single day except for one day of the week. So probably it'll be like a Saturday or Sunday, and I'll plan this out ahead of time, and that'll be my day that I can kind of sleep in if I want, relax a little bit, take it a slower morning. I really enjoy my slower mornings, but sometimes it just takes up some time. So gonna find that balance, because we really got a chance to sleep in. We were sleeping in until 8 or even 8:30 some days, and just take a really, really slow morning. So I definitely got that kind of out of my system, and I'm ready to fire up a new routine for this upcoming holiday season, really like kick it into gear, which brings me to my second or another intention, is to really, really kind of grind it out, not kill myself. Don't worry. But I had such a nice, relaxing, calming break this past month. So I feel refreshed. I feel rejuvenated, and I am motivated and ready to really get back into working, both here on growing this beautiful community and at my other job. So I'm ready to do that. We will grind it out this month. And I don't know if you've been following me for a little bit, you might remember a video or two before I went on this trip where I was struggling to understand my emotions and why I felt kind of unmotivated, even though I just didn't understand what was kind of how I was feeling. My energy was just low, lacking. I just didn't want to kind of keep doing the same thing every day. And this was a really, really nice break. Now I'm feeling more motivated and really, truly ready to get back into the swing of things. And I don't think it'll feel so forceful, like, oh, I have to get up and do this. Like, I am ready. By the end of November, I was really ready to come back home and get back to my normal pace of doing things. So that is what December is going to kind of look like. And then on top of that, another intention is to spend my extra time working on myself. So other than the holidays, I'm going to really, really carve out more alone time for learning, expanding, growing. I'm just, this month was, I love my husband, I really do, but this month was very long to be with someone that much all the time. And now I really, really have this kind of 180 shift in wanting to be by myself, really craving that time alone to kind of observe my mind and see what things I'm more interested in learning more about and how I can evolve after the break. So this will be kind of like the month for me. I feel like all these intentions kind of boil down to, what do I want my life to look like? And kind of practicing that, because you have to create these things. Routines, habits don't just form by themselves. So really taking this month to kind of see what it is that I want to do, how I want to feel, what I want my days, my weeks, my years to look like, and how I want to shape my own life. So this is pretty exciting. This was, I know I keep saying this, but it was just the break that I needed. And on this note, we will be heading into some lessons that I learned. I'm going to go with the most valuable one, the most in my face one at the very end, so stay tuned. But I do want to throw in that I'm going to try to kind of take some of these things from the Spanish culture that I really liked, or the European culture, and kind of assimilate them into my life here and kind of find a nice little balance or blend for myself. I'm really, really excited. So let's talk about what I learned, because your girl learned a lot. I had another intention that I forgot to mention. Mention your intention. Building my strength back up. So walking around miles and miles every day was great. Tightened maybe my lower body a little bit, but I'm excited to get back, really start focusing on building up full body strength, feeling strong again. I've been feeling a little weak these past week or two, a culmination of different things, and I'm excited to get back, and I intend to really focus hard on finding more strength in our yoga practices, throwing in some new movements to keep building strong bodies, strong minds. So that is my last intention for December. So one of the things that I learned was about how different diets and foods and things that you consume affect your body. Not only your mental capacity, like feeling sluggish or kind of spacey, not focused, but more your body and how your body reacts to different things. So here we tend to really have a nice balance of eating a lot of salads and greens and healthy vegetables and things. Not a lot of bread. We really low it down on the carbs, and I find wraps and things that are kind of keto to lessen the carbs because it makes me feel heavy. And when we were there, we were having a decent amount of beer, some wine, and a lot of bread. They would bring so much bread. They kind of, I don't know, they love bread over there. So every breakfast was like here we get, we have our favorite restaurant, and we have an egg white omelet, and we were struggling to find similar foods. So we were consuming a lot more bready, starchy things. And not only did it help me gain a little bloat and a little weight, which I'm not worried about, but it actually starts to affect my skin. And I've had this happen before. Last year when we went to Europe, we were traveling around a lot more. So I think it was due to stress, but I developed a massive eczema rash flare-up on my hand. And when we got back home, it quickly went away, but it kind of happened to me again when we went here. I started to get it on my eyebrows. I got a little bit on my cheek. So it was kind of my body's way of telling me hey, we don't really like this. This is a lot of change. Maybe we don't really like what you're feeding us right now. So it was a really, really good reminder that your body will tell you what it likes, what it doesn't, if you listen to it. And this is part of our yoga, is really diving into ourselves, getting to know our minds, our bodies, so that we can understand and notice when these changes happen. So if you normally feel a certain way, and then you start feeling a different way, you can maybe identify the cause of that. Is it lack of sleep? Is it stress? Is it a diet change? Is it this? And your body will tell you, your body will react. So that was a cool little reminder that I think I needed. And I think it's a great way that we can practice yoga off the mat, is to listen to what our body is trying to tell us in various situations or circumstances, like listening to your gut instinct. If you know something is wrong, if you're talking to someone and you feel like it's off, leave, So I think that was a really cool lesson that I learned. And another thing was that, the housing and amenities and everything are very different in Spain, at least where we were. We were in a big enough city, town, kind of similar to ours. But they just don't have, the houses are smaller. And it's just different from the American way of life. There's not like a gym every 2 miles and that. So if we wanted to go to the gym, we would have really have had to like take a bus or a train there. So it just really, really, really made me appreciate my house and the things that I have easy access to that I take for granted, that I sometimes forget, like being able to ride my bike to the gym in 10 minutes if I want to, or being able to use a clothing dryer. I usually do hang up half my clothes, but just the little things like that, like having enough space when you are staying in a small apartment with someone and you need space. One of you just actually has to leave the house. It just really made me appreciate all the things that I really take for granted because it's easy to do so. And so it was a good reminder. I think I needed it at this time in my life where I was starting to feel kind of, oh, woe is me, pity party. Like, why? I live in a beautiful home in a gorgeous city, and I'm just thankful to be back. It really does open your eyes when you travel and get to experience different ways of life, which kind of brings me to my next lesson that I think I needed to learn. I got homesick quite a few times. So at first, I cried for a few hours and I just like wanted to go home. Like I was like, why did I do this? Why did I put myself in this situation? I knew I wanted to get outside my comfort zone, but it was hard. It was difficult. But then I got homesick a few more times throughout this 30 days. 30 days is a long time. But as I got homesick a few more times, it dawned on me that I wouldn't be homesick if I didn't have things that I truly, truly love at home. So I was getting homesick for my mom, and I called her in tears one day, and I thought, wow, it just is another reminder that you have beautiful relationships and things, routines, etc., that you really enjoy in your daily life that you might forget about sometimes or, again, take for granted. So missing something was good because it means that I have beautiful, not things, but beautiful connections and things to miss. So it was actually really kind of eye-opening for me, like it's kind of good to be homesick. Maybe we should force ourselves to do things to make ourselves homesick. Yeah, that one took me a lot of tears, a little bit of time. But I digress from those, and I come to the most valuable, most important lesson that I think I learned from being away from home on the other side of the world for 30 days. And it was that breaks are good. I actually think breaks are crucial, and you can disagree with this. And I know I say consistency is great. Consistency, routine, habits, and they are. I still do believe this 100%. But I also do believe in trying to strike that balance where if you have a consistent routine or a consistent ritual that you do, taking a break from it for a little bit can really rejuvenate you and motivate you to keep up that routine even better. So, for example, if you are going to the gym 5 days a week and you're really excited to go, blah, 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 say you've been going 5 days a week for 2 years. And then at one point you start to just, I gotta go, feeling non-motivated and not wanting to go. You're kind of losing your luster for it. That if you take a little break and then you come back to it, you will really, really enjoy it even more and realize how much you like it, and you'll get your passion for it back and your drive for it back. So I was able to take a break from yoga, and this kind of wraps around to what I was talking about before when I left and I was feeling kind of unmotivated and I didn't understand why. And I think it was because for the past 2 years, I've been wanting to create this community of like-minded individuals, a place where we can share and grow and enjoy yoga practices on and off the mat. But it is a lot of work. It is a lot of hard work. And I think I was getting kind of I needed a little break. And I didn't feel bad because I was working on something else, working on growing my mind in a different way. But being able to focus on learning a different language and a different culture gave me the break from my yoga routine that I needed, because about a week before we were coming back, I started to really, really miss it and crave being at home and coming up with fun new classes and ideas. So I think it was the biggest thing that I learned while I was there, that yes, consistency, habits, and routines are wonderful, but it is also wonderful to give yourself a little break. A little break to evaluate. Is this still a priority? Is this habit still a priority? Is this still what I want to do? And if you give yourself enough time, the answer will come to you. Like, yes, I really miss it. I want it back, or I could do without it. And this goes for anything. Breaks from maybe friendships, or a break from a work area, or break from your routine, your comfortable home, you go somewhere else. It can extend to lots and lots of things. I think I needed this break, and like I said, I appreciate you staying with me here and not leaving me. I didn't really mean to leave you. It just ended up working out that way, but now we are coming back full force and we are ready to rock and roll. So I hope you enjoyed your past month, and I'm super excited to connect back with you here and on my other social medias, my email. I'm now kind of playing around with Threads. If you are on there, I will start linking that in the description below. All right, this long ramble is over. I just kind of wanted to check in, give you a heads up on why I was so absent in November, and just go over our intentions. I would love to hear any thoughts, any experiences that you've had with any of these life lessons, or maybe a new intention for this upcoming holiday season. And I look forward to practicing with you again very soon. Give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already to never miss more fun yoga with Paige. So I will see you later, my friends.